And of course, with all these diverse lineups, some stood out to you and us. And the next submission by Slump to Goat was a pretty decent lineup. Talk about it.
Chris, there's a lot of great cards here across the board. Starters and the bench. You look at T-Mac, he's one of the best cards. Bol Bol is one of the best cards. Earning Hakeem is definitely big for level 40. You got Tim Thomas, who's become a My Team legend this year. So this stood out to me as the best lineup that was submitted. So I'd go ahead and give this one an A+. I'm feeling generous today with my grading.
You want to build the best team, but sometimes you need a little bit of improvements across the board. So talk about this next submission by JuiceMan513.
This one needs a little bit of reshuffling, but I can see the vision. Glenn Rice should go into the shooting guard spot. Deadlift Schrempf should go in the small forward spot. And I would recommend a card like Kevin Porter Jr. to hold down the point guard spot. And you can go ahead and get somebody like Shane Battier.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the Toronto Raptors. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Of course, the NBA has had some legendary trash talkers. But Damian Lillard says it's not really a verbal assault like it used to be. In this era, it's more gestures. From the watch your head to the too small or rock the baby to Trae Young's theatrical bows, players have their ways of sending a message. Kevin?
And the message usually received, DA. Thank you. And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish. And we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Here are the five for the Raptors. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with Anunoby. And it's Pirtle in at the five. And for the Celtics, up at the forward spots, it's Tatum and Horford. Smart in the backcourt with Brown to his side. And it's Williams at the center. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. Now here's VanVleet. Passes to Anunoby. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. To the middle. Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And really, Pirtle is a very forceful player. When he's near the rim, that he better watch out for the slam.
Now here's Smart. Brown kicks to Smart. Tatum down low. Barnes on him. And Jason Tatum seems, GA, like he's on the verge of being a superstar in the league.
And Kevin, some would say he is already there. It feels like he's going to win an MVP in the next 5 years. He's already shown he can lead a team to the finals.
That free throw, no good. Richard, haven't we seen a lot of growth in Jason Tatum's game? He gives credit to the late Kobe Bryant for that.
Yeah, he was fortunate enough to train with Kobe Bryant, and sometimes he reminds you of a young Kobe. He clearly absorbed a ton of information from him.
And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as gold up until that point.
VanVleet deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. Nobody near Barnes. Rebound by Williams. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Boston. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with a win.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Yeah, the reserves added another dimension to their offense, and the opposition had no answers on how to slow them down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Tatum, no good. Great assist by VanVleet.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Now here's Barnes after Jaylen Brown's miss. Pass to Van Vliet. This is to Pirtle. Anunoby has the open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And Greg, up and down this Celtics roster, so many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
And the Celtics making a change here. Muscala's checked in. For Toronto, they come in off the loss to the Chicago Bulls. Outside Tatum. Can they get it? Here's Brown. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Sometimes Brown just looks unstoppable. A little contact doesn't bother him at all.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Barnes passes to Anunoby. And the pass to Van Vliet on the wing. Barnes. Clock at 6. Puts it up from 12. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. He goes on Jason Tatum.
And Pirtle is so polished in the post. Defenders are always nervous when he has the ball down low.
Toronto shooting their first free throws of the night. No good on the free throw.
And you look at Jakob Pirtle, great touch and presence inside the paint. Can get you with a move or just power his way to the hoop.
Achua, he's checked in for Toronto. Trent comes in for Barnes, and he sinks the second. And Greg Pirtle has so many options to score inside.
And that's why he's such an efficient scorer, Kevin. Very composed.
Raptors with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Trent with it, picked up by Brown. Van Vliet wide open. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Here's Brown. Banked in off the glass.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Raptors leading by 6. Pass to Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
And so he hits the technical free throw. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces. from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have. Comers and players in the prime of their career.
Anunoby, good.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Williams against Young. Ejected by Young. Now, here's Anunoby. Guarded closely. The rebound by Brogdon.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Williams, that's good.
Rate of baskets assist. It's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
A nice shot by Young.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Now here's White. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Van Vliet. Can't connect from short range. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your...
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors guys, your thoughts?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
Well, Greg, we're in the final stages of the regular season. For teams that are on the outside looking in, what are these final games like?
So you have to continue to play hard because GMs are watching these games, seeing who packs it in and who continues to grind. So your future is at stake.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Toronto leading by 8. Up at the forward spots, it's Tatum and Horford. Then it's White. Then it's Williams. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Here's Tatum following the basket by Pascal Siakam. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Williams. Jaylen Brown comes in for Tatum. And Smart subbed in for Derek White. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much. We can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, D.A. Thank you so much. Now here's Smart. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Good on the shot.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
And this Celtics squad looking like the Celtics of old.
Yeah, always a tough squad when I was playing, and it's looking like that again. You got a great mix of young players and veterans, and don't be surprised if Boston is back on top very soon.
Very soon. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's his first foul. And Toronto making a change. Hurdle's checked in.
Raptors substitution.
Toronto with the ball. Frank kicks to Van Vliet. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
So Horford will bring it up for the Celtics. 8-point game. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
It definitely made things easier for them. When the other team is just handing you the ball back, you got to make them pay for it.
Here's Van Vliet following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Took him no time at all on that one. And the Raptors lead by 8.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Williams. And Pirtle sends it back.
And you got to give appreciation to how Pirtle punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Here's Pritchard. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Barnes finds Siakam. Barnes looking around. Back to Trent. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Van Vliet. They get the rebound. Pirtle. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one I'm smart.
And guarding Pirtle is never easy. He's got so many moves and ways to get defenders to be overly physical with him.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Hauser's checked in, and Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Pritchard. And then for Toronto, Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Trent.
And Pirtle is a massive guy, someone that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks at the bucket.
Now, here's Brogdon. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And he uses the glass on the layup.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Raptors leading by 7. For Malcolm Brogdon, he comes from a family, Greg, where education comes first.
And well, Malcolm earned his degree plus a master's while in college. His dad and brother, lawyers. His mom involved in higher education. Brogdon, maybe the smartest guy in the NBA.
Timeout call. The Celtics. This game is always changing, and there are fads. There are cyclical, RJ, in so many ways. Here we have the last 4 MVP winners, all 6'11" or taller. And a lot of people think it's a game of 6'6", 6'7" guys.
Yes, that's true. And I'm glad that it's starting to come back. You know why? Because I had to go against Shaq and Tim Duncan and David Robinson my first 2 times in the finals. And everyone's like, you're 0-2. It's like I had to go against those Giants. I'm glad to see that Giants are back and dominating the game.
Yeah, clearly the big men are not extinct.
Nope.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Muscala. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
A dunk by Achua.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Hauser. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Muscala got a piece of it.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Pass to Barnes. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hauser the pass to Brogdon. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
3 seconds.
Young's check in for Toronto.
Raptors substitution, Thaddeus Young.
Here's Van Vliet. Last game, 26 points. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Toronto shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
Shooting for Toronto, Fred Van Vliet at the line for 1.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical.
Jason Tatum.
Van Vliet against White. With 4 seconds on the clock. And he overshot that one, missing. And So it's Toronto with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from...
Thanks very much, Pascal.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. It's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They lead by 10. Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, what I like, the ball never stopped moving, nor did the players. Everyone working.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. OG Anunoby is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. Here's Barnes. And he banks in the layup. Barnes has got his team on the board first here in the second half for Toronto.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Horford, no luck. Toronto leading by 12. And here is Anunoby. 8 points for him. Kicks to Barnes. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Boston Celtics. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
The biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
VanVleet passes to Pirtle. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. The Raptors shoot their 7th free throw attempt here.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And the technical free throw is good. Trent's checked in for Anunoby. That's a 2 from Barnes. Cans the shot from the wing. Barnes has got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And here's Tatum for 3. He can't hit that time. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Second shot opportunity, and it's sent back by Horford.
And still capable of being your defensive anchor. Horford is excellent at positioning himself to block shots.
Here's Brown. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Brown's got 8.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Barnes outside. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Toronto working the ball around now. Pirtle kicks to Trent. Rebound by Williams.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
On the wing, Williams. Over Siakam. Tries from 7. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It just seems, Richard, like Robert Williams is a guy willing to do anything to help his team.
And there's a whole lot he can do. His defense has never been a question. He can dish it. He's an aggressive rebounder. And look, his effort level, that's something you don't ever question.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams is checked in for Horford. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Jason Tatum. And Derek White subbed in for Marcus Smart. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, Malcolm Brogdon said in pre-draft interviews, teams would ask him, you went to college for 4 years and got your master's in your 5th year. Are you sure you want to be an NBA player? It seems as if you're black, you can't be both educated and a sportsman. But it's not disheartening. It's a chance for me to break the mold. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And the Celtics making a change here. Hauser's checked in. Here's Barnes. He's got 8. 1:32 left in the third. Some solid defense from Brown. Brogdon with it, and it's Trent picking him up. Here's Hauser. Barnes grabs the miss.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Precious.
How about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. To the paint. Here's Brown. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Trent against Brogdon. Now, here's Achua. D right on him. 6 to shoot. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Celtics trail by 9. Over in the corner, Brown. That's tipped. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes picks one up.
Brown, now an elite scorer in this league, really does it all.
That free throw, no good.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Toronto leading by 9. Top of the key, Achua. The pass to Trent. Rebound, Boston. It's Brown on the wing. And we've reached the end of the third. Raptors lead by 9. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
35.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Ogden on the wing. He's joined by Brown. Horford is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Smart in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5. Ogden against Anunoby. Here's Young. Unable to get that one. Now Boston takes it the other way. Here's Tatum. Finished off the break.
Want to create a good look? Yeah, just get the ball to Tatum out in space.
Trent against Smart. Young passes to Boucher. Now Anunoby. Shoots over Brogdon. Anunoby, good.
Anunoby. Assist goes to Chris Boucher.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. They trail by 9 points. The 3 from Tatum. Boucher with the rebound.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Toronto working the ball around now. Young outside. Pass to Anunoby. Siakam inside. Guarded by Tatum. Young is double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
And so here's Toronto. Clock at 6. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Robert Williams, he's checked in for Brogdon. And Toronto also making a switch. Pirtle, he's checked in for Thaddeus Young. Tatum passes to Smart. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Toronto leading by 7. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Smart. Got a hand on it. Trent against Brown. Trent passes to Boucher. Now here is Pirtle. Here's Anunoby. Good on the three-point shot. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Toronto? For Boston, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, he is a behemoth in the paint. Once Williams establishes himself, you almost have to foul.
No good on that one. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for the Raptors. Fred VanVleet comes in for Gary Trent. Second free throw, no good.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Celtics trail by 10. Horford the pass to Brown. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
You see the confidence building in Brown offensively. First, it was taking over stretches. Now, it's taking over games.
Horford against Siakam.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
No good that time. Good work defensively by Horford. Tatum kicks to Williams. Back to Tatum. A beautiful reverse layup. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
What hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
Raptors leading by 6. VanVleet passes to Anunoby. Barnes against Tatum. VanVleet outside. And here's Barnes for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Tatum's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Barnes kicks to Pirtle. Stolen by Smart.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
And the Raptors call time here. They lead by 4. 1:06 left to play in the final quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Fred VanVleet.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. To be honest, he was fired up. He asked his team, how badly do you want this? Because those guys over there, they're going to give it everything they've got, which means we have to do the same. See if they can match them emotion for emotion. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And you talk about a big-time play. He simply would not be denied on that drive. In these types of situations, this team turns to Pirtle. He is more than ready for any challenge that comes his way.
Horford, no luck.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Hey, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Shooting for Toronto, Fred.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up this lead.
Timeout call, the Celtics. They're behind by 6. 20 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
There's still a sliver of hope.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
Williams' shot is off. And an intentional foul right there.
Robert Williams, second personal foul, third team foul. At the line for the Raptors, Scotty Barnes.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 8. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them, so why not go down fighting?
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Right side, Griffin. Out to the wing. Here's Cornette. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
That's just smart basketball right there. Finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
So it's Toronto winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have bucked at the end, but the crowd amped up, everyone in the building.
It kind of seems to me, Jimmy, that a lot of these cards that these fans are submitting have come from the last few seasons of my team. So as we embark into season 7 soon, what stands out about all the submissions so far to you?
I definitely saw a lot of out-of-position cards from those packs. Antoine Jameson is a card that I saw a lot that I really like. Obviously, I mentioned Hakeem, but we're going to go ahead and I'm going to run through a few quick submissions.
Welcome to Wednesday night's NBA action here on 2K Sports. Joined by Hall of Famer Grant Hill, NBA champion Steve Smith, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. It's the Toronto Raptors taking on the Boston Celtics. It'll be the Celtics off the tip. So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. The forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Siakam. From 18 feet away, it's rebounded by Pierce.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Rejected by Barnes.
How about the commitment on defense from Scotty Barnes? Skilled at swatting them away.
Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Pass to Pierce. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
How good is it to see the first one go through the net?
First team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Paul Pierce at the line with one shot.
Now here's VanVleet. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Barnes. A step back shot. And again, no good by Toronto. He takes it in. Pirtle against Russell. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
Van Vliet, the pass to Pirtle. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
At the line for the Raptors, Fred Van Vliet. 1 shot.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
He is one of the toughest players in this game, both mentally and physically. Fred Van Vliet never stops working, and he's reached star status.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Barnes, it's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, B.A., you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Siakam. And there's a defensive 3-second call.
Toronto ball. At the line for the Raptors, Fred Van Vliet.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Siakam, the pass to Pirtle, and the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him.
What you love about Jakob Pirtle is his size, a 7-footer who plays hard on both ends of the floor.
Here's Russell, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Russell's got his second bucket of the night.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Outside Barnes. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
Shooting for Toronto, Fred Van Vliet. 1 shot.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
Here's Pierce. He's guarded by Barnes. Pierce gets the bucket.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
It's Barnes on the wing. Boston with a rebound.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Fires it. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Time called here. The Raptors decide to talk it over. So Boston ends up going with a new group.
The Celtics Entertainment.
Celtics on D. Trent finds Anunoby. And again, no good by Toronto. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
And the strength of Rondo finishing through contact.
Trent outside. Tatum against Anunoby. Pass to Young. Back to Anunoby. 6 to shoot. And here's Van Vliet. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Gary Trent Jr., his teammate, was so open he could have passed it with his eyes closed.
Here's Rondo. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
59 seconds left in the first. Trent outside. Back to Van Vliet. Fires for three. Drills it from deep. Van Vliet's got 7 points.
Comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations. Fred does a lot of things for this team.
Outside. Rondo. Van Vliet with some nice D.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Here's Anunoby. Tatum with some nice D.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Now here's Rondo. Guarded closely. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint call, even though he couldn't convert. That's a good shot.
On the wing, Tatum. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. It's the Celtics leading by 3. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter.
14. And your Celtics, you Dynasty.
Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Boston.
Right out of the gates, they've been in attack mode, and I think that's by design because it has been relentless.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Fred's a bit of a streak shooter from out there, but when he's feeling it, he's deadly.
And for the Raptors, Van Vliet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt. The forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Trent. And Havlicek pulls it down. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Pierce. He has 7. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Boston has possession. To the left wing. Pass to Havlicek. To the inside. Here's Russell. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Van Vliet outside. To the middle. Here's Siakam. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist.
He's heady. He's unselfish. All Van Vliet does is make winning plays.
Here's Russell. Uses the glass that time. It's good. Russell's got 6.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Van Vliet, the pass to Barnes. Van Vliet with it. 10 points for him. Trent's shot is off. Here's Bird. Right side, Russell. To the left side wing. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Siakam, the pass to Barnes. Down low. And he goes in for the dunk.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Pass to Russell. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And he lays it up and in.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
It's a close game here in Boston. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Jason Tatum added muscle to his frame and layers to his game, but still not satisfied. He said, quote, "I just got to be better. I have to elevate my level from being one of the top 10 to 15 players to a top 5 player. I got to make everybody else around me better." Ryan, still work to do.
And plenty of runway to do it, Allie. Thanks. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And it's the Raptors with the ball. Here's Siakam. Oh, Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Siakam's gotten 4 this quarter.
Strong finish. Siakam with great balance, able to complete the play through contact.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. So both teams changing it up here.
Give a big round of applause for your Celtics youth.
Here's White.
All right, fans, let's
Pass
give
to
it up
Parrish.
for Boston's own Celtics Entertainment.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter.
Whew, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Toronto trailing. Outside Anunoby. Van Vliet against White. Now Anunoby. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. 1:06 left in the second. Here's Garnett. Pass to Parrish. Here's Garnett. Over to the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. It's not going to go for him. And Toronto will come the other way. Van Vliet with it. Now guarded by White. There's the triple. The rebound by Jason Tatum. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Garnett. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
You know, that was an excellent play right there. Using his strength, the power through contact.
Achua's checked in for Fred VanVleet.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Celtics.
And here's Barnes. There's 18 seconds left in the second. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Toronto ball. At the line for the Raptors, OG Anunoby, shooting 1.
And the free throw, no good.
Though he's still polishing the skill set, Anunoby has the size and versatility that every team wants out of his wings.
Pass to Barnes. Outside Anunoby. Here's Purtle. And he dunks it down right as the buzzer sounded. Wow!
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Celtics out in front, up 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. Taking a look at the Celtics, Kenny, what was your impression?
Most of the damage they're doing is in the paint. They've made a concerted effort to work the ball inside, create high percentage looks. And that could open up the perimeter for them in the second half, with the D worried about the poster.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
They've got to be more assertive on the glass. Getting out hustle is a great way to lose a game. But in the second half, if they can generate extra possessions, it will go a long way toward getting the W.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
All right, fans, give it up.
We've got second half action. if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's Siakam. Inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Elevating his playmaking over time. Siakam recognizes when his teammates have clean looks.
And for the Raptors, the forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Here's Havlicek. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And Boston leads by 5.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
And for Boston.
And that's exactly what you need. Everybody, big and small, crashing the glass.
Russell, and give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Anunoby passes to Poeltl, and the dunk by Poeltl.
It doesn't take much for Poeltl to throw it down. At 7 feet tall, all he has to do is be near the hoop.
And Boston calls time here.
Celtics entertainment, everyone. Come on, make some noise.
And the Raptors making a change here.
Gary Trent Jr., Fred VanVleet.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. The ball's knocked loose. Out to the wing. Here's Pierce. Poeltl grabs a miss. Poeltl's got 5 rebounds in the game. Trent for 3. And no good. And Boston going the other way now. Now here's Russell. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
VanVleet with it. He's got 10. 3-pointer. Goes back up. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Got to be on the lookout for Poeltl crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Jakob Poeltl at the line for 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Bird. He's covered by Siakam. And it's Bird missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Anunoby. VanVleet left side. Here's Poeltl. Drops in the layup for 2. Poeltl's got 14 points for the game.
And when Poeltl gets on a roll, he's hard to contain. Boy, he can catch fire in a hurry.
Outside Anunoby. Here's Siakam. He nails it, and we're tied. Siakam's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Russell, that's good.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
2 minutes.
Back to VanVleet. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 12 points for him.
Built to take as much punishment as you want to dish out. Fred VanVleet not fazed by physical D.
Russell, it's blocked. VanVleet outside. Pass to Poeltl. VanVleet outside. Now Siakam. For the lead. And rejected. Russell with the ball. Shoots over Siakam. Russell, that's good. Russell's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Great player movement, great ball movement. That's fun to watch.
And Toronto calls time here.
And please give a big round of applause for your Celtics.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Achua's checked in for Pirtle. Boucher comes in for Siakam. And it's Barnes in for Anunoby. Outside Barnes. Now here's Trent. Checked by Rondo. Now Trent. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Clock at 4. Here's Achua. Not going to go that time. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Outside. Rondo. Count that one. Rondo. He's got 8.
Two of Rondo's greatest assets. Very strong for his size and very comfortable operating in the paint.
Trent for 3. Rebound Boston. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Rondo. Crafty move. And that's 2 points on the layup. Now it's a 6-point Boston lead.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
White against Van Vliet. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
At the line for the Raptors, Fred Van Vliet, shooting 1.
And the technical free throw is good. Shots blocked. Here's Cowan. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Celtics out in front, leading by 5. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
39.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. Siakam and Achua down low at the 4 and the 5. OG Anunoby out there with Fred Van Vliet. And it's Barnes in at the 3. And it's good. 2 points. Russell's got 10 points here in the second half.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
Pass to Achua. Back to Van Vliet. To the paint. And it's Achua. That time on the assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got his 3rd assist of the night. The Celtics with the lead. Now here's Russell. Guarded by Van Vliet. Outside for Russell. And he converts the layup. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
And we just had to take one more look at that great drive.
Oh, the energy and focus on display. Saw an opportunity to get inside, and they continue to build at this lead.
And so here is Toronto following the bucket by the Celtics. And Anunoby for 3. And Havlicek pulls it down. Here are the Celtics with the ball. About a minute and a half into the 4th now. Russell against Anunoby. Uses the glass on the layup. Russell Russell's got 24 points.
He has really come into this second half on an absolute tear. Really impressive effort from him so far.
Now a timeout called by Toronto.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Pirtle's checked in for Achua. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He was trying to ignite some fire, saying, "Where's the fight, you guys? You know we can compete with this team, but we're letting them run all over us. We've got to level up the aggressiveness." Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
This is where Siakam is comfortable operating from. He loves going to work in the paint.
Over to the wing. Pass to Russell. The shot misses. Pirtle with some nice D.
John Havlicek. First personal foul. First team foul.
Toronto trailing. Van Vliet outside. And here's Siakam. And there's a defensive 3-second call.
Toronto ball.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Siakam. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Van Vliet's got 4 assists in the game. Siakam's gotten 5 of his 7 shots to fall. Pass to Pierce. Pirtle against Russell. And the shot goes in. Russell's got 16 in the second half.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Van Vliet, the pass to Siakam. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just tremendous shooting from Pirtle. Love how he's not afraid of taking these kinds of shots.
Pass to Pierce. Russell with the ball. Soft touch off the glass. Russell's got 10 points in the quarter.
Doing more work in the painted area. He has really excelled inside.
Van Vliet, the pass to Siakam. Good, and that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
I'll tell you, Siakam's earned these opportunities. He can get you buckets when you really need them.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
At the line for your Celtics.
Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. And so here is Toronto. 4-point game. They grab their own miss. And the basket by Siakam.
The motor Pascal has never stops, showing great activity on the glass to keep plays going.
And Boston calls time here. They're up by 2. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And I'll tell you what, this was one easy pick for sure. From the start, he looked in total control for the entire game. It's incredible to see a player outperforming everyone else on the court.
Now here's Russell. Over Pirtle. Banked it in off the glass. Russell's got 30.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
And here's Siakam. Pass to Barnes. Back to Siakam. Clock at 6. Now Pirtle. Some solid defense from Russell. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line, Bill Russell. At the line for 2 shots.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. So he comes up empty at the line. And Toronto has possession. Trailing by 4. Anunoby. He connects! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
It's stolen by Pirtle.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Absolutely. They're within striking distance, but they have to make pretty much every shot.
Van Vliet, the pass to Siakam. The 3 from Barnes. Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. And so it's Boston who scrapes by with the win. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports coverage of the NBA. So long, everyone.